Hey guys, welcome to another fun video on the Go and Chess Trio. I'm Niraj, and in today's video, we look at 5 of the most astonishing and mesmerizing moves played by Alexei Shirov. So after looking at every single position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to state one interesting fact about Shirov that you probably never knew. So let's just get started. In the first position that we're going to look at, playing the white pieces is the former world champion Vasilin Topalov, and black is obviously Shirov. We've reached this position after white's move King G1. In this position, Shirov played an absolutely sick move. So brilliant that no one could even think of it. Black played the move Bishop H3. And when you look at it, you actually, if I was white, I would believe that Christmas has just come early. And black has just given me a beautiful little gift. But then on further investigation of the position, you realize that after white plays G takes H3, which is fairly obvious, black plays this move in order to not waste a single tempo. And he has this idea of King F5, which is a beautiful king maneuver over to B3. And after this, black simply wins. If white doesn't capture the pawn, if white plays the move King E2, black simply wins after D4 followed by F5, F4, and it's going to be too much to stop these 3 pass pawns. So after bishop takes F6, black just plays D4 and then maneuvers the king to B3, and this is a brilliant example of how Shirov converted a fairly difficult endgame. This game is going to be engraved in the minds of all the viewers for several years to come. Talking about the fact, guys, did you know that Mikhail Tal and Alexei Shirov are born in the same city? Mikhail Tal was known as the magician from Riga, and if there's any closest successor to him, it has to be Alexei Shirov. Do you think this is just a coincidence? I guess so. Moving to position number 2. Let's get position number 2. Yes. White has just played the move Knight A5. The material stands pretty much equal. White has 2 minor pieces for the rook. But Knight A5 is a mistake. And Shirov doesn't let white get away with this mistake. He finds the brilliant move B4. Shirov says, I don't really care. You can capture my pawn. And then when he plays pawn takes bishop, he gives away his rook as well. Is he nuts? He's just down a piece. Black is just down a piece. But then Shirov has his master plan. He wants to bring a new partner for his king. He wants this A pawn to go on to A1 and partner the king. So after the move Knight B4, Knight F3, Shirov played this brilliant move A5. And with this, it's almost curtains for white. The reason being, if white plays Knight takes A5, black just plays Knight B4, and there's no one stopping this pawn reaching the finishing line. So this was obviously not possible. So after the move A5, white played the move B4. It's just a last-ditch effort, but I don't think it does much. After A takes B4, white just decided that he's had enough and he threw in the towel here. It's just impossible to stop these 2 menacing pawns rolling down the board. Coming to the fact, did you know, guys, that Shirov has been a world number 2? Isn't that shows how strong he is? He has been a world number 2 as per the FIDE ratings. Okay, guys, let's move on. This is a game Shirov played in the year 1990 against Hoshar, who is a French international master. Shirov played the crazy looking Knight D5 here. He just lets his horsey commit suicide. And what exactly is the point of Knight D5? We'll see. For pawn takes D5, he goes rook takes D5. Boom! That's another strike. That's just another knockout punch. And what does rook takes D5 do? Rook takes d5 just makes sure that all these pieces work in harmony, and there's this very dangerous threat of just moving the rook with a very strong discovered check. In this position, Shirov's pieces could give a lesson or two to all the orchestras around the world about how to work in a harmony, right? So rook takes d5, black played king f8, and then came queen h7, and the finish was even more beautiful, as we shall see. Black sacrificed his rook, and then he said, 1 is not enough, give me 2. And he went for these 2 queens, and in this position after king e7, queen d8, black decided that it was just way too much, and he was going to be getting checkmated on the next move. So he resigned. Let's move on. Guys, did you know that Shirov was a world championship challenger to Garry Kasparov in the year 2000? Unfortunately, that match never happened because of lack of sponsorship. It was so unfortunate for Shirov, but that just shows the strength that he has always played at. Let's move on. Playing the white pieces is Shirov, and playing the black pieces is Nigel Short, a very famous English grandmaster. Black just plays the move castles, and here Shirov plays the unthinkable rook takes f6. Boom! Just like that, gives away an exchange. And the idea is, if black captures, white just plays the move knight d1, and it looks like he has compensation. But wait until you see lightning strike twice. After maneuvering the knight, Shirov plays this move rook takes f6. And yes, lightning strike twice in the same game. Rook takes f6. Black obviously cannot play knight takes f6 because of queen takes h6. And for king g8, there is knight takes f6, and white wins considerable amount of material. So in this position, black played the move queen takes f6, giving away the queen, but he still has 2 rooks. And after the move queen f5, white is marginally better, and Shirov showed some exceptional endgame technique to convert this and bag the full point. Fact time, guys. Did you know that Shirov was the world under 16 champion in a very strong field? So yeah, let's go on. This is one of my favorite, guys. White has just played the move knight d4. White is a strong French grandmaster luthier, and playing black is Shirov, obviously. For knight d4, Shirov plays this move rook takes d5. And it may look like, oh, it's just this routine exchange sack, but that's not all, guys. Let's see how this went. After knight takes d5, we ended up in this position, and black is down in exchange, and Shirov says, I don't care. What are pieces for me? And he goes, boom, rook takes e3. They say lightning doesn't strike twice. Here it does. And after f takes e3, queen e7, king f2, bishop e5, rook h1. And just as you think that black is just nuts and insane to go a double exchange down, he goes with the move bishop takes g3. Wow, that's just like lightning striking thrice. As crazy as it gets. King takes g3, queen takes e3, and eventually Shirov managed to win this game. This is one of the most, brilliant games you see. You don't see 3 sacrifices in a game. Shirov definitely redefined the lightning striking twice, and he struck thrice here. Another fun fact, Shirov actually has won the best game prize in several tournaments, and he also won the brilliancy prize in the lately concluded FIDE Online Olympiad 2020. Guys, if you like this video, please do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay notified with all our future videos. Also, let us know in the comment section if you think you've seen any other brilliant Shirov move. Thank you.